This is just a general question I've been thinking about recently, like working from home and shit. And like people that have like multiple work from home jobs where they don't tell the other job they have it. I was thinking like you could do it up until when you got to have like meetings. Like how would you keep the meetings from conflicting at your double work from home jobs? Like what do you think, Scott? How would you do it?
Oh, it's impossible.
Because people do this shit.
I feel like, yeah,
Apparently.
Yeah.
Unless
they
like, you have a
definitely.
job
I would
meetings.
imagine they probably do, but
I mean, when I did my work from home stuff, our meetings were on Wednesdays, and it was always that day at a very specific time.
Yeah.
And then we'd have random ones whenever they had to like address some gripes that people are having.
see, that's what I feel like. If you had consistent meetings every week, then you could easily work around it. My job right now too. One plus is if we don't want someone to book a meeting at a certain time, we can just put busy on our calendar. And no one will book a meeting over that time too. Like I have a couple employees that do it on my team.
The old
where
Outlook
they just
trick.
where they just want to like heads down. Well, we use everything. It's all Google Workspace for us.
Oh, you lucky
So-
son of a bitch.
See, we're on
Oh,
Microsoft
Yeah.
Team.
Fancy.
Yeah, so they all just like if they want time just to work and not be bothered, they'll literally put just busy on their calendar so no one will book anything over that time.
I don't
it's
dis-
possible.
Teams
I'd be
is
constantly busy.
yeah, that's the trick. I don't mind Teams that much.
Like a small window, like for like 30 minutes on a random
3
Thursday.
3 o'clock. Get that shit in now, motherfuckers.
Dude,
Now.
Fridays after 3,
Just
busy.
open yourself up for March 31st for the Ron Swanson meetings. How
At my
many meetings
job.
do I have? 90.
90.
Get it done. They had me scheduling meetings with my team at like 4:30 every day for a while, but then I was like, guys, just hit me up at the Teams chat. We don't gotta do this shit. And
Yeah.
vanished
It's
out.
dumb. That's what we've been
4:30.
actively trying to make less meetings every single week. And if you look at my calendar, you would like go crazy because there are so freaking many meetings. Like every day, it's just nonstop. I have gaps here and there, but I have to like pick and choose which ones I attend because I have some that like overlap now. It's absolutely nuts.
It's
So-
better to be wanted.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
so.
true.
It pays more to be wanted.
Pay
I
me
There you
guess.
go.
one in.
I just have one meeting a week now with my in-person job.
Just Fridays.
Friday mornings,
Ugh.
7
I
a.m.
wish.
Usually about an hour.
What's up,
We
man?
talk about something important, and then we go about our day.
Man. So wait, you're building a gym? We glossed over that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the plan was to always put a little home gym in the garage. So
Like what
the
what kind of equipment are you gonna get?
Oh, I'm getting equipment. I'm talking like
shit.
a better adjustable bench, power rack, so I can do squats and bench press and stuff like that.
Rock level.
Nice.
I think this bench that I'm looking at has a center cable machine, so you can do high pulleys and low pulleys.
Oh, that's nice.
And then, so you know, gotta get like true barbell and the plates for the barbell. But I've already got like all the adjustable dumbbell stuff,
Yeah.
and some other small things that were able to fit in a living room at the time.
What are you gonna
So
do
now-
in the gym?
That comes after I clean the fucking garage.
Okay. But you're gonna name it. It's like that was the answer I was looking
it's
for.
gotta have something catchy. It's
Yeah.
gotta get a hashtag for the Beardcore Fitness Instagram account that I have.
That's true.
So
That's the response I was
That's
looking for. Like not the response of why would I name it, but no. Yeah.
It's in the the Rock calls every gym he's in the Iron Paradise.
Yeah, dude.
Iron Paradise.
What is it? He's a wrestler. He was part of the Heavy Machinery.
Oh, Otis?
Otis, yeah. He would work out with Chad Gable at the Carnage. That's the garage gym that they work out of. So like everyone's got a name for their gym.
Nice.
Jason's looking like he's playing an outdoor hockey game when he threw his
Yeah.
toque over top of his headphones.
So wait,
for-
what time? When do you work out? Is it like a nighttime, like afternoon?
See, once the equipment shows up, it's going to start getting actually done because
Early morning?
I don't know. It won't be in the morning. I'm not waking up extra early. I've already got to be up at 5 o'clock most days.
That's what I've been doing. I've been waking up at like 6:30, which I mean I work from home and I don't have to work until 8. So I'll get up at
Yeah.
6:30, take the dog for a walk, feed her, and then I'll work out for like 45 minutes to an hour before I have to start work.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
see,
every
with
morning, so.
the old at-home job, we were done by, 1:30, 2 o'clock, depending on what time you clocked in that morning.
Oh man.
But it was one of those you were allowed to work straight through because you signed a disclosure saying you don't need a lunch.
Yeah.
And so, 2:00, I was already in gym shorts anyway, so it was just walk over to the stuff I had in the living room.
Yeah.
But, with the move and now I'll have the space, now I've got to create the space because we just kind of dumped whatever wasn't necessary for life in the garage.
All right. Let me ask, why does everyone not use a garage for a car? Like, this is the first house I've ever owned that had a garage, and I'm taking full advantage of like pulling my car into it. And it seems like I'm the only one in my entire neighborhood that uses the garage for a car. Everybody else is like, there's one guy that definitely has like a full
second
gym
living room.
So
I guess, but it's
there's
cold
people
in there.
in our
It's not
neighborhood that
heated.
it's a second living room.
there's four
Go ahead.
modern American garages, and I'll start with the first one. The first one is the family can't get rid of their shit, and the garage is just full of bullshit, like just shit, no shit. And I'm going off of my.
We've got
parents-
at least like 4 of those that I've seen in my neighborhood.
And so each one of these, I'm going off my parents' neighborhood. I walk there a lot, and there's 4 variations of these garages. Actually, the first one's the trash one. The second one, of which there is like 1 or 2, there's 5 actually. The second one is the one that Jared's trying to make, which is basically a garage gym. Number 3 is
Partial. Still gonna be storage.
Oh, we won't get into like
Half gym.
That's subcategories, but we'll go with like garage gym. 4 is you just keep your fucking cars in it like a fucking boring person. What the fuck? Number 5,
Scott's boring.
Why you call me boring, bro?
Man cave.
When it rains, it is the best feeling knowing that I just drive into my garage and don't have to get fucking soaked walking into the house. That's all I'm saying.
Well, see, for us, we
I
have
do
3 vehicles now because I have my work van, my personal truck, and Michelle's car.
Having a work.
So you'd always have to choose like which one wouldn't get in
Yeah,
there.
we like who
Yeah.
gets priority, and with the van's not going to fit in the garage properly,
It doesn't.
and let someone else park in it. So we just use it as, right now it's storage. Pretty soon it'll be storage / gym space, and the plan was to always have enough space so if we go out of town, one of the vehicles could be in the garage.
having
And the
a
other
work
one would
van
be the one that we drove.
is interesting. Especially, I had a work van while I was living in an apartment complex. That was an interesting experience too. But it's basically, there's no way around it. It's another car that you are responsible for. And you gotta like work into your life to a certain degree. It's cool, but it's also like there's no way around it being sort of like, I don't know, I got in the car now. I gotta put gas.
I would say we're on garage type number 3 now. We've got 1 and 2.
Oh, so 1
Yeah.
is full of shit. 2 is gym. 3 is regular people. 4 are regular
Four.
cars, like a Grand Theft Auto gym. 4 is man cave. That's what I was getting at.
That's true. We do have
Yeah.
one of those here because I see it every time I drive
those
past
are-
because they have beer lights up. Like giant. He always
There's-
keeps it open just to keep his beer lights on.
There's
Boomer
like
ass
3 or
man
4 that I pass where certain times of the day it's open. You see the TV on,
Yep.
people on the couch, and they have like the outside space heaters because they spread out. And like those are the ones
fun.
that also have like the big things going on for like Halloween. So they'll have their outdoor heaters. They'll have the garage open with like spooky stuff playing in the background. Because apparently our neighborhood, Christmas, not so big. Halloween, that's the big one.
That's a good neighborhood.
We're the opposite, and it makes me sad.
That's a good neighborhood. I believe.
It's all Christmas.
Yeah, it's all Christmas. Like we used to have a better Halloween, but like there's a lot more rental houses here. So like all the cool Halloween people moved out, and all the shit ass Christmas people moved in. So it's like big time Christmas.
I think my
Halloween's
neighborhood
like
got all the Halloween guys.
lackluster. You're lucky, man. The neighborhood we're actually looking at is very Halloween centric. I'm talking like the house. There's one house there that has like a 12-foot skeleton that's just like towers over everything. It's unbelievable.
I have a
like, the
theory.
shit
I
hangs
drove
out,
through a
so.
neighborhood like that around Christmas. I was like, you gotta get your money's worth with that expensive ass 12-foot skeleton.
You can
So
put a
might as well
Santa-
throw some Christmas lights on it, get a Santa hat on it,
Yeah,
Dude,
make it
just
year-round.
make it just Jack
incorporate it
Skellington,
year
you know?
round.
Some-
You
put some-
got to pay that
put some bunny ears on it
$1,000
for
yeah.
Easter.
Easter's got a Valentine's one coming up. Throw some wings and a Cupid arrow on it.
Some wings.
It's like a bow and arrow just sticking out. I'm assuming that if a neighborhood scales towards liking Halloween more, it means everyone there is under 40, under 45. Like younger folks are more into
think
Halloween
ours
than
is
older folks.
Ours is
Am
pretty.
I wrong?
I don't know. Like I know there's kids in there, but not. You don't see a lot of them. But then again, you're not going to see a lot of kids out, especially now because it's cold.
Right.
Farting in Fortnite.
But
We have far too many kids. Far too many in this neighborhood.
That's why
like
it's-
we're
that's why
like
it's
over the
Christmas.
quota for kids. Yeah, probably.
that's why Scott keeps his kids out. No. Quota.
No,
You got to stay. Stay elsewhere.
That's it. That's exactly it.
If you come in, you're going to burst the seams out, kids.
Scott keeps floating from being like 4K quality to look like he's delivering a news report from like Afghanistan 2005. It's really funny.
It just keeps going back and forth.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, yours was doing that earlier, Jason.
Shit.
Yeah,
Oh
it
boy.
was.
Oh boy.
It's just funky.
That's
All right,
gonna be
we're ready
fun.
to get this thing started then, I
Be
guess.
fun for the post. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. This week on Talking Without Thinking, we have some new views. We've been watching a lot of like new cool shows, so we're going to talk about them. We are going to talk about the video game adaptation curse and how that may be fixed. We're going to do a Rotten Tomatoes critic scores, which Jared's going to run this time, and it's going to be the video game edition. And finally, we're going to close things out with we're going to bring back the old TWT playlist. And what are we listening to right now? So let's go ahead and we'll get this episode started, shall we? Welcome to Talking Without Thinking with your hosts, Jared, Jason, and Scott. Welcome to Talking Without Thinking, episode number 102. 101. 101.
Jump the gun.
Fuck,
Getting
dude.
ahead of myself.
Sorry. We made it over the first hill.
Yeah.
I guess. So there you go.
We did. We're at 101,
Scott,
which is pretty
Dalmatians.
sweet. Yes. Hello.
How's band practice?
Oh man. So we're recording this like really late on Thursday, later than usual.
Content.
And it's because I had band practice. I joined a cover band, mostly 90s covers, but it like some early 2000s mixed in too.
What are they called?
I don't think they have a name yet.
Okay.
And they
Fleetwood-
might, and I literally keep forgetting to ask what the name of the band is.
Can it be
I've been there
Fleetwood
tw-
Jack?
I've been there twice now, and yeah, no idea. But anyways, so this was like the first practice with like everybody. Last week it was just like an audition, and they had me like singing stuff too, and the actual singer wasn't there.
Just a small town girl.
So not playing that one. But yeah, we basically had like a full practice tonight. The singer showed up like 15, 20 minutes late, like singers do.
Memes.
Yep. Yeah. But I'm at that point in my life now where I've kind of succumbed to the fact that I don't need to be in an original band anymore. You know, it's just like
Steady
I'm over
work.
40 now. It's time to just play cover songs, you know?
Nothing wrong with
like
that.
it's just like all the work that you put in for 20 years, 25 years learning your instrument, and like you never really make a dime off of it.
So,
it's
let
like,
me-
you know, you might as well start making money.
Let me add, like, I'm a guy who never wants to play in a cover band again. And I think you're right. Like, that's all. Like, this is a me thing, not a you thing. So it's like, how many people were in the band? 2 guitar players, singer, bassist, drummer?
There's 2
Keys?
guitar players, bass, drummer, singer. Yeah,
No
no
keys.
keys. Nope, not currently. I don't think they're gonna get keys. They're mostly sticking with like guitar rock type
Okay,
stuff.
Yeah, come on. Why? So tell me about the practice, though. I'll shut up.
Dude, it was pretty good. Like we ran through. I learned like 11 or 12 songs in a week, and then we decided to play like 3 or 4 others that like they still had on their set list and stuff too. A lot of like there's like Blink-182 and Green Day and Toadies, like Possum Kingdom. So a lot of cool stuff.
Don't know that one.
One Jimmy Eat World song. You know Possum
Which
Kingdom.
one?
Possum Jimmy Eat World. The middle, of course.
Oh,
Hey, Possum Kingdom.
Yeah.
So, but all these dudes
It's
are like
the
60?
Make up your mind. Decide to walk with me.
Nope.
Nothing.
No
I
bells
swear to
ringing.
God, you guys have heard it. I swear you have. It has a weird name because it doesn't actually say Possum Kingdom in it. But anyway, so we practice at this guy's house. He is an orthopedic surgeon, so he's like rolling in it.
What is an orthopedic surgeon? What part of the body is that?
He does hips.
That's the bones.
And
Okay.
yeah, he does
Just
like
making sure.
hips and like shoulders and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
I had to,
But
had to go
he's
to
got
an
like a-
orthopedist.
yeah, he's got like a full lighting setup, a full PA. We had all in-ears today, which was nice.
Damn.
Molded?
Mine's not molded, but it fits very comfortably. It felt
okay.
it felt real good. It felt real good.
were
But
they
the drummer,
Did you clean them before you put them in?
no, they were mine. I bought them. I bought like my own. I got these ES10 Pros, which are really nice. But the drummer
Gosh.
has a crazy story. So the drummer was almost like signed to a record label. He was supposed to play on David Letterman.
What era?
I guess I don't know how long ago. Like maybe the 90s.
What the fuck?
And the day before, the lead singer and the guitar player left the band because of like creative differences, and they just
Every
couldn't
time.
get along. So
Every time,
Yep.
baby. Every fucking
He's.
time.
I think he's still pretty bitter about it.
Gotta let
I
it go.
dogged
let
him
it go.
about it a little bit tonight. It was pretty funny, but it's tough, man.
This is
Tough. I feel him.
this is some advice from myself, and I think I can speak for Scott when I say when it comes to like 25-year-old band drama, gotta let that shit go, dude. Just gotta let it
Oh,
sail
for
down the
sure,
river.
for sure.
That's a cool coffee
Yeah,
cup you got,
dude.
Scott.
Oh, thank you,
Where'd you get that?
Bones
What's that?
Coffee. Hopefully one day a sponsor.
Oh shit, that's a nice.
They
Not
do
Scott
like
with
these.
the plug.
They do like these hand
Got
thrown
my-
mugs.
Oh,
I've
those
got
are nice.
another one too.
I got one that a buddy of mine made a bunch of us. So we all have the same mug, but each one has our names on it.
That's
And
awesome.
it's
I love
got
those.
we've got the tattoo on our ribs. Well, not all of us have it on the ribs, but it's a skeleton drinking a beer, and the beer is pouring back into the skeleton.
Nice.
This
or
cup's
into the
smaller
beer,
than I
so-
expected for it to be, unfortunately, but it gets the job done.
Yeah.
Y'all
I don't know how to,
late
I don't know how to
night
measure
coffees.
sizes. So I'm not gonna
Oh, mine's a half calf, so
mine's
you know,
just
it's
water.
fine.
Just agua. No coffee.
Jason, you still cutting down from your 36 ounces of coffee a day?
No, I don't drink
No?
coffee after midday.
Okay. Yeah. I usually
Oh, so wait, what are you drinking now then?
Water.
water?
Just
He said.
Oh,
Just
just
water.
water. Gotcha.
Just straight water.
I mean, I've got that too, but
I left my water.
I try to
bottle
stay away
at home.
from caffeine post 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's really yeah.
That's
I
why I
learned
went
that lesson from the
half.
gym years ago. Where
Oh,
like
pre-workout?
I took a pre-workout around 6 to go work out one day, and I was like, I gotta go to
turned
sleep.
until like
It's
2 a.m.
11. I've got to be awake soon. Go to bed.
Yeah, I can't do pre-workout. It drives me crazy, bro.
I'm not really.
I mean,
I don't-
I've got 2 different forms of pre-workout. I've got a caffeinated and a no stem.
Yeah.
So those will get put to use once this
They do
gym
the trick.
gets assimilated.
Gotta get that gym popping.
So, did you guys vibe well? Was the vibe there? Was the band vibe?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It's so weird for me because like these guys are like in their late 40s and like no offense to them, but they look like they're in their late 40s. And there's one guy, actually the bass player is like 58.
Don't tell them about
But
this
he
podcast.
He is so fucking good though. Like he's
Okay.
an amazing bass player.
nice. What kind of
Amazing
bass-
bass player.
Got bass.
Ooh, we're gonna have a base off.
I can't remember.
Probably spoke me.
I think it's a like a Fender Jazz bass, I think.
Why the fuck am I asking someone what kind of bass it is? Sorry, I'm a fucking
Yeah.
idiot. No one gives a shit.
I'm a
it's the
I'm a
big
guitar player, dude.
It's the big guitar.
Yeah, it's-
Base off. We're gonna have a base
It's
off.
black and white. Does that help?
It's probably a jazz bass.
It probably is.
So do you have like amps or is everything like amp sim?
Yeah, we have amps, but everything's like line in as well. Like I have a line out from my amp. He uses the other guitar player uses a line 6 Helix.
Because you told me you're getting
Bass
a
player
Helix.
obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Helix. I have to.
They're really cool.
So, yep. We lost Jared. Music talk.
Yeah. Well, it's good. So, like, have they been playing shows prior to you joining, or is this kind of all?
No,
new
this
thing?
is like a complete startup for
Which you found on Craigslist.
everybody. So, which I found on Craigslist. Yeah.
found Craigslist.
Well, they kind of found me, but yeah, I mean it's pretty cool.
You put an ad out.
Well, yeah, I put an ad out because I was gonna start like a '90s cover band, and then they contacted me, like their guitar player did, and said, "Hey, would you be interested in just like joining up with us, or like trying out with us because we're already like going, and he has like a super nice setup, and
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's like start something from scratch and have like all these startup costs and
Fuck no.
have to get a PA and all that shit, or just like join one that's already going. So
Shit
and
no.
they're like pretty driven to like play gigs, and like they're pretty open and like cool with like criticism and stuff too. Like nobody has real egos, and so it's pretty chill.
That's good.
It was good. It was just first practice, so it's still the honeymoon phase, but I mean it's been cool so far.
This was up.
Wait till someone brings up wanting to play the Wonder song, that thing you do.
Listen, I already gave him shit for wanting to do a Black Keys song, so
Eee.
and I feel like
What's
Is
wrong
it
with
that
the
one
Black
Black
Keys?
Keys song that everyone knows?
it's gold on the ceiling, I think, is the one they do.
That's not.
I
Philly's
was
favorite.
like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've never heard this song before, so
You
like,
have.
I'll learn it if you want
You
me
have.
to learn it.
You've heard this song.
I don't think I have. Like I listened to it.
Go down the ceiling. That's my least favorite Black Keys song.
But-
Oh my god. I like
But I literally like. I made
I
a
could
joke.
tell
I
by
was.
that rendition.
wow, 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 wow. That's it.
I,
There's a-
I know exactly which song you're talking
a
about.
wall
Wow, now,
panel
nailed
in
it.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I was. I made a joke. I was like, yeah, I'm like, I never really liked the Black Keys. They're kind of like Walmart White Stripes. So, and like the drummer laughed, but the guitar player is definitely a big Black Keys fan. So I don't know if he
fucked
liked
up.
it very much.
Yeah,
The bass
fucked
player
up.
laughed too. So listen, I got
Scott's out of the
2
band.
out of 5. I got 2 out of 5 to laugh. That's all that matters.
It's not.
But I
that-
was like, you know what? Listen, I'll learn it. It's fine. It's fine.
I've now. There's more better White Stripes albums than there are Black Keys albums. I've heard some real like turtlicious Black Keys albums, but there's still some good shit out there. Like Brothers, El Camino, and the one after that. I think that's like a fucking triple threat of amazing music. So, I'll defend
I
them.
don't know.
I'll defend
It's
them.
just not for me. Like I need like a band that has a bass player. So, you know, like this
Okay.
guitar and drums thing, I don't get it.
Well, it definitely ran its
Like I was never a
heyday.
huge White Stripes fan, but I like the way Jack White plays, and he seems to fill things out a little better than I feel like the Black Keys guy does. So
I like the White Stripes. That was a cool show.
I like that one song that everyone chants at sporting events.
Dude. The power of a good riff.
I'm telling
man.
you, man.
My favorite version of that though is by the band Scald. It's what's the best way to call the Scald? Scald is a Nordic folk band, but their version of One Nation Army. That's it for me. I could only listen to that version over and over. I'd be just fine.
It's hilarious that their name is like, you know, things are just like really hot.
No.
It's scalded.
Skald. It's Nordic.
Like the chewing dip.
Oh, okay.
Not scald like
That's
ow.
scalding. Ow, that's scalding hot.
Ow, I felt scalded.
I'm scalded. I got
Well,
scalded.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like you said, cover bands stay
Well.
winning, dude. Like you're gonna like find all the gigs. It's just back to it.
Yeah, that's
The thing.
the thing.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to get into the places that actually pay money when you play cover songs, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm
Especially
at
if
now.
you guys can get a theme that someone wants
Yeah.
for weddings.
That's it.
Think
Like
you
we
could be the
do
new
mostly
Adam
90s,
Sandler?
man.
You gonna do
Be the
weddings?
wedding singers.
You should do weddings,
yeah.
dog.
I don't care,
Oh,
dude.
Shit.
Open
We're
it up.
gonna do all 90s stuff. I don't know if it would be a good fit for weddings because it's mostly like rock songs, and they're not real like dancey.
Check
like
it this
Pearl Jam
way.
Alive is not a real dancey song.
Depends on the
Um,
audience.
Scott, listen.
Someone's like, "Yeah, I want that to be my first dance. I should Pearl Jam Alive. That's
let
the
me
one."
let me put it to you like this.
I'm still alive.
That's actually the only Pearl Jam song I really like. But what I was gonna say is like
What about Jeremy spoke in class today?
Jeremy
Or Better Man.
Spoken.
Can't find a better man.
It's like I think I like Pearl Jam more than I admit to, but it's also
You do.
like
Oh, I know you do. I can see it in your eyes.
Oh,
I was always a Soundgarden guy, to be honest. But what I was gonna say is
That's
that
all
I
the
love
same.
them both. Why not both?
You gotta choose the
they all
grunge.
sound the
You gotta
same.
choose a grunge team. What's your grunge team, Jared?
I didn't have a grunge team.
You gotta pick a team. There's no
I-
radical
I didn't
centrism.
have-
in
I
this
didn't
one.
like Nirvana, so I don't know after that.
Not my favorite either. Soundgarden personally.
The best thing to come out of Nirvana was Dave Grohl.
He broke on through to the other side.
It's so weird to hear people that just don't like Nirvana. Like you're the second person.
Not a
The drummer of
big-
this band hates Nirvana.
not a
Will
big
not
Nirvana
do
guy.
any Nirvana
You
songs.
got to think
which I'm fine with.
During that time period, I was discovering '90s hip hop. Like I was learning about
Kinda true, too.
that style of music. I was like, I'm in. I don't relate to any of this, but man, do I like it.
My thing about Kurt is I like him as a songwriter and I love him as a guitar player way more than most things that ever happened in Nirvana. Like I always thought he was a genius in terms of writing very simple riffs and making things very, very catchy. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't I like You Know You're Right, which is the last song they ever recorded. That's a banger. What's the one? I'm so happy yesterday. Goodbye, my friend.
Come As You Are?
No, no.
Sure.
No.
What's the one? Lithium. Lithium's a good song.
Oh yeah, Lithium.
In like Heart Shaped Box, but like I don't know. It's just
My
getting
cousin
out of
liked that song.
The thing is, their songs were so simplistic because
Yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
just all power
It was
chords, but
cool.
Yeah, I was about to say it was just slowed down punk rock.
yeah, pretty much.
And I
But
think
they were like groundbreaking. I never understood the groundbreaking part of it.
Oh, it was
Like-
the flannel. It was the flannel. They
I guess.
tied the flannel around their waist. They're like, "Oh, groundbreaking."
I think it was more like making grunge music pop at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where
Oh,
people were
yeah.
like, "Oh my god!"
Well, I mean,
It's
that,
like-
that was the same. That was the same thing with like Blink-182 and them when pop punk became at the forefront. And everyone's like, "Yeah, but
Right.
punk rock's been existing for years." You'd be like,
a
"Yeah,
long
but
time.
now it's been popularized."
is Blink
Right.
182 the 2000s era Nirvana? I think they might be.
well, I mean, they kind of started in like the '90s, so
True.
Yeah,
but
they-
like just they really blew up in like 05, 04, like around there.
They
Oh, they blew up
it was
before that.
Before that, it was like
03.
Yeah, it was like
98,
97,
99.
98. Yeah.
yeah.
Whenever all the small things.
Because I was listening to Enema of the
Was it hype?
State in like 99, 2000.
I remember being in 7th or 8th grade and calling into the radio station like every 5 minutes requesting them play Damn It. And I think that was literally like
That's just because you wanted to
1995,
say the word.
94.
God damn it
No.
again. God damn it
I just want to hear
I
"Damn
just-
it."
I just want to hear that song where they say he fucked her on it. Okay, that's all.
So I forgot to
That's
mention
fair.
something about weddings, Scott, which is that a lot of like older millennials are like on their second marriage and they like that kind of music. So I think you guys could fucking kill it. Like I really think,
Man,
you could
dude,
kill
I'm
it.
down.
If
I
I mean,
opportunity
90s
comes
is
up.
already making its comeback. Look
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
at the baggy fit jeans and stuff
Yeah,
like
dude.
that. The kids are back to wearing.
Hop right in. Well, it's
Zoomers
like
are
everyone
carrying-
our age is the ones like going to bars now, and that's what we want to hear is just 90s shit. 90s, early 2000s. So, I mean, I think it'll do well. I mean, if anything, if we can get a gig at like Wadwing Cafe twice a month, I'm down.
Dude,
It'll be mellow
know,
mushroom.
them wings.
Probably make like $500-600.
Dude, they do
Easily.
pay really well actually. And I live right up the street, so I'll
Yeah.
come by and watch you play.
That's fine.
Dude. Coming back to the gas house.
That's
How's that
that's
gonna affect
wild.
the now you gotta drive to the ass fuck opposite place to practice. Are you hate that?
I know. It's like I can't get away from driving 45 minutes somewhere.
Like-
it's like I'm moving to Gastonia, so I don't have to drive 45 minutes to get to my kids. But now I'm gonna have to drive once a
Like,
week
Scott-
to band practice.
I wasn't kidding. The last time I saw you at your place,
telecommunicate.
just following it. The last time I was at your house,
Just
I was
Zoom
like,
your practices.
fucking latency though. But like when I was at your place the last time, I was like, all right, Scott, I'll see you again when you live back in Gastonia because I'm not driving back to Concord ever again. It's been fun.
that, man.
I'm not coming back
feel
here
that.
unless I'm crazy.
I can't say it because I just worked outside of Concord today, so it's like
fun to visit.
Fucking
fun to
everywhere.
visit.
Nah, man, the place the spot in Concord we're in is like the Harrisburg side.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like-
we were just there this past weekend.
Man, I hate going out that way because I always end up passing what's the Stonewall Jackson detention for boys.
What the fuck?
Go ahead and Google that because you're going to find out it's very disturbing.
I'm
Don't
not gonna
Google it now,
then.
Jason. We're
No,
podcasting.
no.
I will though.
Stonewall Jackson.
Because like
Stonewall
there's
Jackson detention for boys.
They used to beat the
detention
children in there.
center.
yeah detention center, but it originated because like back in Civil War times, if you were 10 and you committed a crime, you're put in jail with adults.
It's true.
Oh wow.
It
So they had
happened
to come up
uh,
with something new. So they created that detention center, and then like a lot of stuff was happening. Boys
None
were
of it good.
disappearing.
Yeah,
There's
kinda
reports
knows
of
the
at least one getting hit by a truck and left to die.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's shut down. It's now like dilapidated and surrounded by barbed wire fencing because people were going into it, spray painting it and stuff.
I thought you were gonna say they turned into a Whole Foods or something.
No, it is literally just like shells of brick buildings surrounded by barbed wire fencing.
It's ready for Whole Foods. It's prime for Whole Foods. They'll put a plate right out the front.
There's a Lowe's down the street.
They'll put a plaque
And they
out.
can just call it the Haunted Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Dude, hipsters
because
love that
like
shit.
every time I drive past, I just get this weird feeling. I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
And there's a little ghost boy inside, and he sees you drive by every time.
I'm sure there is, and it's like, hey, I know that van. I'm like, yeah, it's me again, Timmy.
I don't have my reverb anymore. Jared.
No.
Don't bring the ghost back out.
Don't bring the ghost back.
Well, I guess you'll just hop in the Prius and just whip it over Concord. I mean, how often you guys practice? Like once a week?
Oh yeah, we'll get good gas
It's just
mileage that way.
once a week. So it's just on Thursdays. So it's like it's not a huge deal. It'll be like depending on where we end up. Like if we end up in Belmont, it's only like a 20-25 minute drive. If we end up deeper into Gastonia, which is like the house that we're looking at now, which is like kind of close to like it's off of New Hope, kind of. It'll be a little bit longer of a drive. So
North or south?
References.
It's south. It's like past where the Bilo used to be, but it's like a Food Line now.
It's
Yeah,
I know
like
exactly
That's on your
where
right. It's like down past that.
It's
You're
deep.
down towards Cramerton.
Yeah. It's closer to
It's
Cramerton
deep in a
then.
place I've driven by many times.
Conversations.
It's close enough where I will visit. I'll drop by Scott's a lot more, and I'll be like, "Hey, Scott, let's watch wrestling."
Yeah.
Because I'm, I guess, I'm a
I
wrestling guy now.
won't.
Yeah, you will.
No.
Beach.
Damn,
My own
will.
house.
I got my own house. I don't need to go to someone else's house.
Got just as many stations.
Oh my god. All right, you guys ready to do some new views? Let's do it. So we've been watching a lot of television the past week. I know that I have.
Can we call it
for
TV if it's mostly streaming?
We've
It's on
been
a
watching
TV.
a lot of television streaming series this
It's on
past
television.
So this past weekend, I had like very little to do. So we just spent a day just binging shit, which was pretty cool. And we watched. Have you guys seen Barry yet?
I watched the
No.
trailer. Tell me about this
That's
show.
the one with
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader
Bill
For
Hader.
season 3.
That's right.
I watched the trailer for season
and the
3.
Fonz. Hey,
Yeah, Henry
That's
Winkler.
right.
He's
I
a great
forgot
actor.
Henry Winkler's on that one too.
Yeah, Henry Winkler. He's so good in it, though.
He's a great actor.
But so I've already watched the first two
Straight
seasons,
up.
obviously. So I watched season 3, just like binged it all in a day. They're only like 25, 30-minute episodes. It's not like a super long,
Standard
drawn-out
TV
one.
for our
Yeah.
generation.
But man, it's one of like my favorite series ever because it's got a little bit of everything. Like they're just like hilarious characters, plus also really good like drama side of it, plus just the comedy is just next level.
Give me a synopsis.
So-
What's the show about?
So basically, Bill Hader's character is a hitman. He retired. He left the army. He was in Afghanistan and had kind of like PTSD from that. And he gets taken under, like this guy takes him under his wing and works as his manager and has him like hired as a hitman to like just kill people that, you know, like a wife wants her husband dead or something. Like he gets hired to do that and gets paid like very handsomely to do it. So what ends up happening is he gets involved in this this Chechen mob and like helping them out with like some weird shit, and that's when things just get hilarious. So there's this guy named NoHo Hank who is maybe one of my favorite characters in all of television ever. And hold on, I'm looking up the actor's name right now.
NoHo
It's
Hank.
Anthony Kerrigan. NoHo Hank.
Is he the guy without any
He's like
eyebrows?
this Chechen guy. Yes, it is, and he's completely bald.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he is. Every time he's on screen, I literally like laugh because he's so good.
I think I'm like, how much is this HBO thing? It's like 50
So
bucks a
I
month?
got 10
How
bucks
much
a
is
month.
this newfangled
This
HBO, thing?
Yeah, $10 a month for with ads, but like I literally get an ad before the show starts, like one time, and then there's no other ads, so it's like not bad.
Okay. Because
$10 a month, it's worth it.
Yeah, there's
It's
definitely
better
some
than the
things.
Roku channel.
I gotta watch Velma just so I can shit talk it. Apparently,
Oh my gosh,
The 1.7 Rotten Tomato score, Velma.
and for good reason. Apparently, it's just really bad show, like just awful,
oh wait, so this out?
I don't know.
awful.
Which hand is? I always forget. It's this one.
It's the one that
Good
makes
way.
an L away from you.
Is this mirrored? I can never tell.
And the
It's not
shape of
mirrored,
an L
okay.
on your forehead.
It's actually up to you,
know?
if it's mirrored or not, Jason. You can flip it.
The ears keep coming and they won't stop coming.
This is the only
That's it.
song I know the lyrics to, as I've mentioned before. And I
Well,
had
that's because
I
we
missed this-
played so many different versions of it after every episode.
True. So true. Remember those days?
Scott would find a new version
my
of that song.
I'm pretty
It was
sure that's
covered
why we
by
got like
parody law.
copyright struck on like all of them on.
No, we had to stop doing it when we started going on the radio.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The
When we started
radio
getting
days.
syndicated on the radio.
We had to like cut it to like a solid just hour.
We were
Yeah, and we
syndicated. I
couldn't
forgot
cuss.
about that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Couldn't say that on the radio.
Yeah, how do we-
No.
Yeah,
It was
you
so
guys had
weird.
to do a
Like,
lot of editing.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I forgot about all this. This is
Or we all had
freaking
to
out,
go,
man.
oh,
yeah,
and catch
we had
ourselves.
to cut out all the swears because we were on. I think it was like WGNC or something like that.
Yeah, Scott had to like put watermark lines in the recording so he could remember when one of us dropped a word.
My bad. Yeah,
Yep.
we definitely can't go back on.
Oh,
the
it
radio.
was me too.
But so what else have you been watching?
So Jared hopped in and watched some of that '90s show this
I
week.
did
We've already
start
talked
watching
about
some
it
of that.
before. So
If you've seen Fuller House or Girl Meets World, these callback nostalgia shows, you get exactly that. You get the cameos from previous cast members. You get similar situations that you recognize. As far as the characters, I am no longer a 15-year-old. So I don't care about some of these things that they're going through. But some of the references to 90s things, I'm like, oh yeah, I was there for that. And then I remember how my dad felt when I watched that 70s show.
I mean, I can understand that part of it. That's pretty
Made
cool.
me
But
feel old.
I know it's got some of the old characters in it, so that like almost brought me in. I'll probably end up watching some of it. They dropped all of it at one time, right? It's like all
It's
9 or
Netflix.
10 episodes.
It's
Yeah.
Netflix. If it's not Wednesday, they're dropping all of it at once.
Right. Man, I don't know. I may hop in and watch some of it just to see.
It's one of those things to watch it to say I've seen it. That's what it started off. I mean, there's some good comedy in it. Like you'll catch yourself chuckling at the jokes, but then
So-
you'll go, oh, hey, I remember that character.
So cringe level between 1 and 10.
Wait, 1 being cringy, 10 being good, or
10
No,
being-
1 being
10 being
not
nice
that
cringe.
cringy, 10 being like super cringy. Yeah.
I'd give it I'd say like a 5.5, 6. Like it floats the bridge.
And I imagine it's the newer characters that make it that way too. It just seems like
Well-
you'll get like your usual Red antics
Yeah,
and
you get Red being Red, but then he's also a grandpa now.
right.
So you definitely go, wow, yeah, that's how grandpas act now. They used to be this hard ass, and now that they've got the grandkid, they're a little more lenient. Because I mean, that's how my dad is for all 3 of them that he
Yeah.
has. So like Eric is still Eric when he's on the show. Bob Pinciotti makes an appearance, and he's still
Oh, that's
Bob.
good. How does he look now? I don't think I've seen him in anything since then.
They gave him his wig back, so he still
That's
looks
good.
like Bob, just a little older in the face.
Just an older Bob. Bad.
Yeah, I mean he's still Bob though.
That's
so
good.
There's another cameo. I'm not going to ruin that one because it's part of a story.
Okay, fair.
The Kelsos make an appearance, but
I
like
did see
most of the big cameos, like the core 3 outside of Fez, they all show up in just episode 1.
And then they
just
don't
to
show
establish
up again.
just to establish what character that's the main character now is related to him.
Yeah.
And then like Fez plays a small part in the episodes we've seen, but you expected to see Fez. No one expects to see Danny Masterson. He's
How they get rid of
in and
the
out of court.
Scientologist guy?
I think they
they don't even bring
don't-
him up.
They don't even bring him up.
Don't
yeah.
even mention him.
Nope.
I never
So far,
watched a
no one has
single-
mentioned him.
I
But
don't
like
know anything of the show,
every kid in the show you can see which category they fit into from the previous sitcom. But they're not the ones related to the ones that they're similar to.
That's weird. So they basically rewrote those same type of characters.
Kind
just
of, but made
yeah.
them 90s. So like none of them are these weird stoner conspiracy theorists that
Right.
only wear band shirts. They're just 90s kids. Like you can relate to that because you remember being a 90s kid.
Yeah.
But as an adult now, you're like, I remember it, but I don't relate to it as much.
Yeah.
Now I start relating to fucking Red.
Are there Jenko jeans? Because like there needs to be.
It's not. I don't think we're that much into the 90s.
Is it? So it's like early 90s kind of.
I believe it's like early mid 90s. They don't actually say a year.
Well, they never do in the original one either.
They did at the end. They did at the
did
very
they?
end. Yeah, the very end because they're counting down to the 80s
That's right.
when
That's right.
everyone was like, "Oh wow, Fez and Mrs. Kelso get together," and you think, "Oh wow, they were supposed to be together the whole time."
Fez and Jackie.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, man. She's Mrs.
Yeah.
Kelso now
Man,
Did you ever watch
because
that
you
80s
expect it
show?
because they're real life married.
true. That 80s show? No.
Her was
That one didn't last long. It had Glenn Howerton in it though from Always Sunny.
nice.
I
I've
just-
never watched a single episode of that 70s show. I'm out of the
Really?
loop on this whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's
That's
so
that's
good.
what's been
It's also
quiet.
on Netflix, Jason.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Whole thing.
Yeah, it's
See,
not.
now you can watch it.
I tried to watch. What's that show I
No
tried to watch and I
excuses,
fell
play like a
asleep?
champion.
Psych.
Lord of the Rings. Oh,
I fell
Psych,
asleep.
probably Psych. Yeah,
Boy, I didn't get too far.
multiple times Psych.
I fell asleep watching it.
come on, son.
No.
So, all right. So I did see one thing today, and I don't think this is a spoiler because it was kind of reported today, like on a few different like news stations. But Barney Stinson is coming back and making a cameo on How I Met Your Father.
Yes, I've watched
Or he
episode
already
1
has.
of that. They did like How I Met Your Mother, where they set up the new season,
Yeah.
like they've always done. Where like with the Ted and wrestling the goat that season, they bring
Yeah.
it up and go, "Oh wait, that didn't happen till this," and they rewind. This time it was this and this is gonna happen, but not yet. I'll get to it.
Didn't they like see his shoes or something? I think I saw.
Oh no,
something
no,
about
no! It's
that.
not just his shoes.
So you see him.
You see him,
Yeah.
and
Gotcha.
you know it's gonna be him before you see it's him because the car she runs into, the license plate says "Legendary."
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. That might bring me in, but I feel like I probably have to watch the first season. I don't know. It's gonna be so hard for me to watch that and not compare it to the original. So
I mean, it's comparable, but not. Like they separated themselves, unlike some of the other ones. This one separates itself by going, look, we're setting similar points, but we're not.
yeah,
What's the opening?
And
theme
like
song?
there's a callback. There's a callback in the first season to Marshall and Lily, but you don't actually see them.
yeah. I
'Cause,
don't. You
like-
probably won't see them at all.
I don't know. But I'm looking forward to the new series that Jason Segal's in.
I did see something about that. What was the
Shrinking?
name of it? Shrinking.
Shrinking.
Yeah.
It's done by Bill Lawrence and Brett Goldstein from
Oh,
Ted
that'll be
Lasso.
real good. Yeah.
Harrison
about
Ford's in
a-
it.
Yep, it's about a shrink who's going through some mental health issues while also still trying to help his patients.
Through mental health issues.
Looks really
That'll
cool.
be a good one. That'll be a good
that
one.
starts as of the release of this podcast, Friday that we've already passed. So
There-
technically tomorrow for us.
It's already started.
But
There's
future
one
Jared
show-
and Scott have already seen it.
There's one
Maybe.
show that Scott and I have both watched or have been watching. I'm gonna try to
Oh,
make this
yes.
happen more in 2023. I think I'm canceling my YouTube Premium.
You said that like 10 episodes ago.
I know this is more for like reasons I won't get into. But we've been watching
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us, the
The
show
Last of
about the
Us.
game.
Oh,
It's
man.
pretty fucking good.
That's what I've been
very good.
hearing.
It is amazing
It is good.
how faithful to the game they have been.
I've been seeing a lot of side by side comparisons.
Yeah, with like the
especially
cinematography,
Instagram.
it's unbelievable like how close they've
Like
gotten.
there's
a lot of
Easter
these
eggs
scenes.
from the game in it. Like if
Yeah.
you have to look for it and know the game lore to see it.
Yeah.
Because they show like a birthday card that was from the game sitting on her desk. You're like, oh, I didn't play the game because I'm on a PlayStation. But thank you for including that.
You know, whenever I knew this, found out the show was getting announced, I was very just like, cool. I don't know. Like, I didn't have really kind of knee jerk reaction. I was really excited when Pedro Pascal was cast though, because he's a great actor.
will
I
lead
was
to the next
skeptical
segment.
until then. I saw that Pedro Pascal was on it. I'm like, okay, it's
He was
gonna be pretty
he was
good.
the first big name for it.
Yeah, he was.
Did you ever watch
And
And the rest
Narcos.
like aren't huge names, but
Anna
I
Torv.
didn't.
I
But
didn't watch Narcos.
Anna Torv, she's on Fringe. She's in it. Yeah, I don't like it's
RIP.
just like spoilers. Unless you didn't play the
Dude,
game.
everyone-
If you haven't played the
everyone knows.
game, I mean maybe you haven't played the game. Maybe you might watch the show, which I guess you could probably watch the show and never play the game, and
no, absolutely. I've seen a lot of people that have never played the game
It's
that
not a
are
big
watching
deal.
the show
No,
and
it's
they want
Xbox
to play the
owners.
game now because of it. Yeah, Xbox owners. People that primarily use PC. Like
Yeah, until
But I
it gets
used to own
released
a-
to Steam.
I used to have a PS4, so
Yeah,
I
it
played
was
it on
on
there.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I have a PlayStation
So-
5, but I think I played The Last of Us Part 2 on my PlayStation 4 as well.
Yeah,
I
you
really
did. I
don't
remember you
know
telling me
what
about it.
I really don't know what to say except it's a fantastic show. It's really cool.
That's all I'm hearing about it.
I have a few things to say
Go for it.
for sure.
I'm sure I'll have something in
past-
response.
Past the cinematography, I think the one cool thing, and this isn't really a spoiler, they changed things from the game a little bit. So there used to be like these spores that would float around that you could like get up your nose and it would like turn
die.
into like the zombie and you would die. Yeah.
Gotta
You
put a-
die.
Gotta put a
So-
gas mask on.
So they removed those from the series. Like that's not a part of the series, which
Smart
is
move.
good, I think. And instead, they've made it so that they're kind of like a hive mind. So if you awaken one, then it awakens like a shit ton of them at one time because they're all kind of like interconnected, which is kind of the way that like fungi work in the wild too. So they like made it more like real, like true to life, how like mushrooms can like talk to each other from like miles away.
See, that's the cool
Yes.
thing about mushrooms. They are in fact a connected sort of series of organisms that live throughout the forest, and they get the nutrients
And
from
they're
the ground.
delightful on pizza.
They're very delicious.
True.
Sometimes they make you like lose your mind. Sometimes they taste good on a pizza. But it's
Lose your
like
mind, Jason.
it's like
I'm trying to tell you.
it's just like what I was trying
Just
to say is like
relaxes you.
I've actually tried the funny
We've
mushroom.
established that.
But
Funny ones.
it's like when it comes to like trees and mushrooms, it's basically like you wash the hood, I'll wash the skies, basically, because like trees share nutrients with mushrooms and vice versa. But
Right.
that element that they changed in the show got me thinking like, if that was really the case, it'd be really easy just to like spam the infected, where basically pick a building that has some like mushroom stuff in it, fill it full of explosives, kind of poke it, and then when everybody shows up, you just clack, 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 kaboom.
Blow
and
that
you-
shit up. But still, there's
Never get
so
that.
many of them though. Like you'd have to do that so many times.
Yeah.
Because it was the bread.
Yeah,
It's the bread.
It's just
Get fucked
it's the
up.
bread, man.
That was not included. One thing that is
No, it
different about
wasn't.
the television show
Well,
is
they
that
did. They included it. From what I've read, they included it to verify everyone's theories.
I've appreciated the elements of the show that have gone into like the I guess the story behind the chemical or the fungus infection, and that's like kind of
The
the cold
lore.
opening for the lore. That's the cold opening for the show, is that each one is like you know, why is it happening? The perfect example, of course, is that the guy's like, "Hi, vaccine lady, can you make a vaccine for it?" And she's like, "No, you dumb motherfucker, you can't make a vaccine for a fungus. It's not a virus. You gotta kill everybody, my guy. It's fungus. It's the yeast. You can't do that
Those
shit."
are so good. And
Yeast
those,
is
those
cool.
weren't in the game. I don't believe.
No, not. And,
Like
and-
they're
and
all like
in the game. It's just like it is what it is. They're out here fucking going crazy,
Right.
turning everybody into crazy people. You never really know what goes
Yeah.
on. I appreciate
it doesn't give you lore at all. And so like
Like-
I love those
No.
cold opens that they have for each.
And there's some other lore in the game I think that's going to be talked about further that I'm not going to talk. For the sake of potentially spoiling anything, it's like I think this game will really. I think the show is doing a really good job in filling in sort of the gaps of information that may have been left out of the game. Perfect example being like you learn that like where did Tommy go? Oh, he's locked up. That's why Joel had to leave the house to go bail him out. That's cool. You never learned that in the game. Like that's canon to me now.
Right. You just didn't know. He just like wasn't there.
Yeah.
And his daughter's just chilling there by herself. You have no idea why he wasn't there.
That's why. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I really have enjoyed it. And yeah.
It's just, I find myself watching it. Like, Ashley's never played the game, but she's like seen some of it. Like, she watched like somebody else play it. But I feel like I'm annoying her at this point. Like, oh shit, I remember that from the game. Oh shit, I remember that from the game. Like, I'm doing it constantly because it's just like, I remember like those scenes. I remember, like, I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but the one shot where they're like overlooking Boston and you see like Joel and Tess just like chilling there, like that shot where they're looking out and you can see like just dilapidated Boston. Like I remember that from the game, and it just looks so like perfect compared to the way the game did.
The person who plays Ellie is really good too. That was like instantaneous. I was like,
yeah, she is.
You
good.
did it.
They've modded her into the game.
Did they really?
Yeah, there's been a mod to
damn.
put her face on her character.
That's awesome.
So she is now in the game.
But she's really, really good. I mean, like immediately I was like, oh damn, this girl's she's got it, man.
I forget all these
She's got the
characters. All these people were in, I guess, Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones. I guess Pedro Pascal was in Game of Thrones as well. So there's like an HBO connection in there, apparently.
Oh,
I didn't know about this either.
I don't know. I never really watched Game of Thrones. So.
Not my cup of tea.
I
But
tried to get through the first season, and I was like, there's too many characters to try to keep up with.
Dude, same. I got through like 2-3 episodes and I was done. I just couldn't, man. Just too much thinking.
Not my
too many
fan.
people.
Not a fantasy.
Too many
guy.
names that I just couldn't pronounce. And
I can barely remember anyone saying.
But the whole video game adaptation thing, man, it's been an uphill battle.
Mortal Kombat.
honestly
That was a great movie. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm gonna be honest. I did love that movie.
It's good.
I loved Mortal Kombat.
The first one,
Yes,
yes, everyone loved the first one.
the first one. The second one was
Annihilation,
rough.
not so much. We'll get there.
So bad. Yeah, I mean there weren't a lot of good video game adaptations. I feel like the first and second Resident Evil were pretty good. Like those.
But they
movies.
also
Speaking of.
they also did fan service. They did fan service with those because they give you little things from the game in it where they're like, we're going to tell you a similar story, but it's not going to be the game, so you're not going to know what to anticipate. And then they kind of went off the rails when they kept like cloning her.
I rewatched. Yeah, this one got real fucking weird. I rewatched the original Resident Evil movie, and I thought it was pretty dang good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
The was this? Yeah, the ones after that they're not good. They go bad. But man, that was a good one. It was really fun. It's a really fun movie.
Yeah, audiences love some of these movies.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
it's
do.
good.
Wink.
I think it's time to lead into our next segment. We're going to talk about Rotten Tomato critic scores for the video game edition.
Adaptations.
Woo!
You know I'm out the gutter because I'm rocking Burt's Bees again, baby. I'm out the trap. I'm
Dude, I love Burt's Bees, man. Ugh.
Shout
Burt's
out
Bees
to
is
Burt's
the best.
Bees.
The best.
I've learned to
lip
appreciate
balm.
Carmex actually, but I'm back on that next level shit, man. Let's go.
Carmex is too liquidy for me. I need some of that stick
Liquid,
action.
yeah.
I need
Jared's-
I need to feel like I'm like putting paste on my lips.
It's a very pasty kind of thing. It's Jared's cracking a boil, but I'm getting some water. BRB.
He's going to get some water.
All I did was
So-
open mine.
I know, all you did was open it. So in the
It's just a
meantime,
can of water.
what is this water? You just made Jason thirsty just
I
looking at
guess.
liquid death.
Well, he had that little tiny baby coffee cup of water, so of course he got thirsty.
Yeah, like who gets just a coffee cup full of water? Like get a normal size like big boy glass.
Where's his thermos like normal?
Yeah, where I think he stopped using it because it was so loud. Anytime he would like touch it, it would go.
Oh, that's
boom, boom,
fair.
boom,
Like he
boom,
would.
boom.
Yeah. He had. What was it? The lid was attached to the bottle,
Yeah.
so it just clanked onto it.
We were talking about your choice of mug for water instead of like a big cup or something.
I left my water bottle at my parents' house when I went there to visit.
There it
I was
is.
like, God damn it, I did it again, motherfucker. That's all right. I don't have any
All right,
actual
so-
cups. I just have coffee cups.
Recently, we did the audience score for movies.
I thought it was
And we did point based thing, and that took forever. So this
did.
time we're just going to have you guys kind of guess at the score, and then we'll keep it moving.
That
Because there's
sounds
no prize,
Mo
and everybody
Mentum.
wins, except for the
Lame.
people who like these movies. When
I'm
they
gonna keep
hear the
score.
scores, okay.
I'm keeping score, but I'll do it like real fast.
Just
on the
base
side.
it off
Spreadsheet.
off a tally after how many you get right or closest to.
I'm down. So
Okay.
closest to wins then.
Yes, closest to wins. We're not doing the if you get it spot on this, that, and the other.
Okay.
All right, so I got 15. Scott,
All right.
Scott gave me a thing. It's mostly movies because there's not that many adaptations that are TV series yet.
Yeah. The Last of Us is one of the newer ones.
that aren't cartoons from when the 90s with Super Mario Brothers and Mega
no
Man
cartoons.
and
So
Sonic.
they're all like live action movies.
Live action, yeah. The Last of Us is really
yeah,
the
yeah,
first.
yeah. They're mostly they're all live action. Now I'm thinking about
Okay.
it. Well, there's CGI, but whatever.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so we'll start off with a movie that's not too far out, and the developers for the game said that number 4 of the game was it. They're not coming back with it anymore, and that would be Uncharted.
I had a feeling you were gonna start there.
Oh, the movie?
So we're going for the critic
The
score,
movie,
right?
the critic score.
I heard people like that thing. I didn't see it though.
I liked it.
I'm
one of the
I heard-
people that liked it.
I heard people liked it, but I don't think the critics liked it very much.
All right, so Scott, what do you think the critics gave it?
I'm gonna go with 52. 52.
All right,
43.
Jason.
43.
Both of you went over.
Wow.
Both of you went over.
22.
Jason was the closest with 43 because it was a 41.
Oh damn, you were so close.
A 41.
No points awarded.
0.
What?
I
Tom
win.
Holland. Nathan Drake is not Tom Holland.
Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
And Mark Wahlberg is not fucking
Wahlberg
Sully.
is.
No, dude. I'm like,
Yeah,
nah.
well, he was at the end when he had a mustache.
He's from Boston.
It's an origin story, Jason. Come on.
Oh, is it? Well, they did. One
All
of the
right,
games
so,
does go
Bucky
with.
Buck and the Funky Bunch.
They obviously based it off of this. I think it's the third one where it starts out as a prequel, where like you're super young Nathan Drake. So
Yeah.
I see where they're coming from.
Yeah. But they kind of got supernatural towards the end, like all the Uncharted games.
Except for 4, unfortunately.
Oh,
I never played any of them, so-
Stopped at 3. All right, so we talked about this one, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Ugh. 22.
All right.
55.
Both of you, once again, went over, this time by a lot.
Holy shit.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation, according to the critics, got a 4.
You know
4?
what?
Holy shit.
I forget. So with Rotten Tomatoes,
Is that
they're
like
probably
the worst?
No.
Of all-
no.
Oh.
It is not the worst on this list.
Velma.
Not even on that list.
Velma is the worst. I forget
No,
that.
that's
Rotten,
not a video game
That's not a
adaptation.
video game, Jason. Come on.
Yeah.
oh, I guess you're right. Well, I was saying Rotten Tomatoes probably includes modern reviews. I was trying to imagine like what they would have reviewed it when it came out. I feel like reviewers are probably like,
Oh, see, this
what's
is
going on.
based
No,
off
these
as
are
of-
critic
me.
scores.
Yeah,
So-
critic scores.
Critic scores, there's no modern reviews. They review this one time when it comes out and that's it. It doesn't like
oh,
change.
shit, really? Fuck, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mess
So
around
this is
there,
like
yeah.
the original reviewers like critic scores.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation did not do well.
I could be a critic.
God damn. Okay.
A 4.
I like most things.
All right.
Decently.
The movie that most of us skipped over, Warcraft, based off of World of Warcraft.
I have a
Oh my
copy of that
God.
downstairs. Actually, I've never watched it though. I think it did pretty good actually. I think
Critic
like a
score, Jason.
65.
I'm gonna go with 20.
I did pretty good.
We finally have somebody with a point. Scott gets a point.
What?
29% Rotten
Really?
score.
Yeah. I remember that being scored very poorly.
It is so
Oh, it
good in
was.
China.
It
China
held
loved
on
it.
to so many CGI moments that it wasn't
but,
even a live action movie.
Listen, if there is anything you don't adapt, it's anything to do with World of Warcraft. You just
There's
leave
too
that
much
alone.
lore. Too much
There's
lore
too
in
much,
that one.
Too much lore and too many neckbeards that you'd piss off.
They're
Yeah.
trying to make a Warcraft
that's it.
or Warhammer movie too right now, if I understand.
Well, Henry Cavill wants to make something Warhammer.
Let him do it.
Yeah.
Do it, Hobie.
They've been kicking him out of everything else. Might as well give him Warhammer.
Just like do your own thing, man. You know.
All right. So this will be a two-parter because it's a movie that came out in 2 different years. We'll start with Tomb Raider from 2001.
Oh man, hell yeah. Angelina Jolie's really hot.
The Angelina Jolie one, yes.
And I feel like there's got to be a Jolie bump on this. I'm going to say 65 once again.
I feel like that's high. I'm going with a 42.
Ah, okay.
Nobody gets a point.
Damn it.
Got a nice flat 20.
Holy hell, dude. I didn't think the movie was that bad. I've seen
Again.
much worse.
Critics versus audience. Audiences love movies. Critics don't, especially
I know.
video game adaptations.
That's true, apparently. Ugh.
All right,
Okay.
so that leads us to Tomb Raider 2018.
I might just price this. There's a new Tomb Raider movie?
Well, as of 2018,
Within the
there
last
was.
5 years, yeah.
It came out shortly after they rebooted the game series, where it was more survivor based.
The lady person is in it. Yeah, fuck.
The
Who's
lady,
the lady
person?
person?
Yeah, she was what was she in? Can't remember. I know you're talking about. She was on a TV show I watched. I'm gonna give
I
a
was gonna say, don't Google Tomb Raider 2018 yet to
No.
figure out lady
Yeah, I'm
person's
not gonna
name
do it.
until you guys
You'll
give
see
me your
it.
score guesses.
fuck it, 69. I'll cash mine in.
I'm gonna go real low. I'm gonna go with 12.
Oof. Scott, you went too low. I should almost not give you points for yours. It got a 53. It did better than the original.
Fuck, I was gonna say 53 originally.
So wait, so Tomb Raider 2018. Now we can look and see who.
Now
the
you can look up
actress is.
lady person's name.
Alicia Vikander. Vikander.
Yeah, she was in.
Vikander.
She
was in something recently.
Ex Machina. Good movie.
Ah,
Also, The Man from Uncle.
yeah.
That was a pretty good movie. Whoops. Okay, never mind.
all right.
I was
All
saying
right.
originally.
Another two-parter. We're going to go with Resident Evil 2002, the movie.
Oh man, people hated
2002?
that. Critics hate the.
That's
fuck
the
out of
OG.
that.
That's the Mila
Mila
Jovovich.
Jovovich. A pretty fucking good movie, if I do say so myself. A lot of good practical visual
I
effects
enjoyed
in
it.
that one. Not bad.
I liked it.
Not bad at all. It's a prequel to the first game.
I'm gonna
It's
say
aged well.
35. 35.
35, Scott? What about you, Jason?
2. I bet they hated that
2?
movie, dude.
2.
I bet they hated that
This one is not the worst on the board. Scott, if we were doing points based, you nailed it on the head.
Holy
35.
shit! Really?
35 for the
Good.
original movie.
That feels about right. I feel like they would. I feel like
For
people
critics.
hated that thing. Yeah, like
Critics.
come on.
Yeah. it
I don't
fe-
know
it feels
why.
right for
I
critics.
enjoyed the movie. Because, like I said,
it
it's
was
sprinkled in enough of the games that terrified the shit out of me as a child.
Right.
It's a prequel to the first game, canonically.
Yeah.
Maybe not officially, but I learned that recently.
No,
but,
no.
oh,
All right,
fun.
so
fun fact, fun little movie trivia thing. They had to train the Doberman to actually like jump through a sugar glass window, and they actually did it, because it's a good stunt dog. And they're like, "Hey, is this
Smart
dog gonna
doggo.
get? Is this dog gonna get fucked up?" They're like, "This dog won't get fucked up." Okay, we'll do
no,
it.
it's
No, he's good
candy
dog.
glass. You
It's
can
good
eat
movie.
it afterwards.
He's made of snacks.
All right. So, speaking of Resident Evil, the Netflix series, that's been canceled after one season.
The CG one.
No, this is live action, and it had nothing to do with the games.
I forget there's a live action series. I'm thinking of the movie they came out with recently, Resident Evil Outbreak. That was dog shit. Is that it?
No, this is the Netflix series that Netflix went ahead and canceled after they only gave it one season. So everyone was left on a cliffhanger.
fucking show. Oh my god, that was horse shit. I'm gonna give it like a 15. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I'm gonna go with an 8.
It was bad.
Both of you went super low. This actually got rated higher by critics than the movie with a 54.
Okay.
Wow. That's insane.
All right. So, all aboard the nostalgia train, Street Fighter from 1994.
Dude, I love that movie.
Featuring Jean-Claude Van Damme and the guy who played
Yeah.
Gomez Adams.
Yeah, it did.
Well,
Yeah,
Can't
it
remember
did.
his name right now.
They probably shit on it, though. I'm going to say 25.
I'm feeling a 45 on this one.
Both of you went over an 11.
Really?
Bitch.
Dude, it wasn't that bad.
That's messed
God.
up, dude. Poor Jean-Claude.
Critics.
Why you gotta do him? They did him dirty.
What do
This,
you want?
just like the Mortal Kombat movies, there's too much backstory for every character for you to try to cram them all into a movie.
They should have just cut it down. Pick like 4 of them and like go with that, or like
Yeah,
5.
that's
Even then,
you know.
they all have too many backstories.
Yeah, I
Mortal,
guess so.
Mortal
Because
Kombat.
if
did a
you read
really
their
good job of
backstories in the
balancing this.
games, you're like, oh, Jesus, too much.
Mortal Kombat really balanced this one well. I think
They
in terms
did.
of character development.
Yeah, well, they gave you just enough of their stories
They did.
and then tied it into the movie. Everyone else is like, oh, yeah, here's a guy. Here's a Ken.
Who
All right.
was this guy?
Another Max Payne movie will never be made
No.
because of Max Payne.
No, that movie was so bad.
Come on, it gave you bullet time.
Oh man, I forgot. There have been some real bad video game adaptations, and I will say Max Payne, the one with Marky Mark, is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm gonna give
Where's
it.
Mark Wahlberg?
I'm gonna give it a 1. That's my review. It's a 1%. It is. So
I'm gonna
bad.
go a little higher with a 9.
It's so,
Scott, you got closer. It's a 15.
yeah,
Woo!
dude. It's so bad.
Still not the lowest on the board.
Oh
It's
my
so
god.
bad.
What's gonna be the lowest? That's the question.
All
Mila
right.
Kunis couldn't even say that movie. I think it was so bad, dude.
No.
Oh, God.
It just, I don't know. It was all over the place. All right, so the topic of our last segment, The Last of Us. The score is as of this past Sunday.
Okay.
Oh,
So this was before episode 2, I think, got scored. But I'm sure it's still holding at this score.
I'm gonna say
85.
90, 95.
99. Near
Damn.
perfect.
I knew it was pretty high.
it wasn't my night, but 99 feels about right. This is really good. I can't
It
complain.
is.
It's a really good show.
They haven't done anything wrong yet. I mean, we're only 2 episodes in,
Yeah.
so we like can't get too crazy, but
I want to watch Chernobyl.
pretty true to life.
It's made by the same guy. The Chernobyl show
Oh.
about Chernobyl.
Oh.
Do you know that the guy who's
okay.
directing the guy who directed the TV show Last of Us also directed the Hangover sequels, which I think is really funny.
Really?
I
Well,
didn't see the third one.
It
Me
was
neither.
Not, it was not good, but the sequel's pretty funny.
All right, so a Paramount Plus exclusive series, Halo. Based off the critically acclaimed video game series, Halo.
I heard it was
Hello,
bad.
hello,
25.
hello. I'm gonna go with 10.
I heard it was bad.
Both of you are way off. 70.
What?
Oh, what? No one watched
Like-
it.
Like maybe it was good. We just nobody's watched it all. Didn't
not
it
all
get
of us
canceled
were
like
Halo-
real quick too?
No, I think it's
did.
still good.
Is it still going?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I
Did
didn't
you
Halo.
watch it? You
I
didn't.
I don't.
Halo. You weren't a
I didn't
Haloer.
Halo. I liked ODST, and that's because you weren't
Halo?
Master Chief.
ODST is a really good game. It
It was a really good game. Had like a lot of crime solving involved in it because you had to figure out where your missing squad mates are.
I do love solving a good crime.
Nah, dude, it's still on. Actually, yeah. You're right.
Wow, that's pretty nuts.
All right, this next movie had an actor from Breaking Bad in it, and that movie is Need for Speed,
Man, I always want to see
based
that.
off the
Aaron
hit video game
Paul.
series Need
I
for
never
Speed.
saw it. 65. I thought it was
neither.
pretty good.
I don't think anybody did. 23.
Oh, Scott, had you gone just one lower, you'd
Really?
have hit the nail on the head. It was a 22.
Son of a bitch.
22 for Aaron Paul's Need for Speed.
Poor guy. Like, I feel so bad for him. He goes from like Breaking Bad, which is like a career-making role,
Yeah, I can't top
to
that.
some
Need for
shit ass car movie. Yeah. Like, why did he choose to do that? Like, did he think it was a good idea? Like, oh, this movie's gonna be a banger. It's literally about cars.
After
like,
that many,
what-
Jesse Pinkman would have starred in the Need for Speed movie. I think that's what's going on. I think
100%. Maybe
I
he was
think
just too in character.
he's been like
didn't break character?
6 or 7 seasons. What's he up to now? What show is he into now?
The new Breaking Bad.
No,
Aren't they doing the
he
movie?
was on that. No, they're not doing
Another
the movie,
movie?
but he did that. He did that El Camino movie, which was like
Oh, that's what it
his-
was.
Yeah, hit like the last of his story, which was really good.
Aren't
I
they
really
supposed to
like
make
that.
an appearance in like the last couple seasons of Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul, they did, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they definitely did. I don't know what he's doing now. I know he has a tequila company with Bryan Cranston that they've been pitching like everywhere.
do.
They've been touring that, but he doesn't do much else. He was on
Everyone's got a
Westworld, like the
tequila
last
company.
like 4 or 5 seasons of Westworld, or last two or 3 seasons of Westworld he was on, but that got canceled too.
The
So,
canceled
was on-
series of Westworld.
yeah.
I thought he was on a TV show right now.
He was on some weird TV show on Hulu too. I can't remember what
Jason's
it's
playing
called.
a dangerous game and Googling while he's podcasting.
Yeah, I
Let's
don't know. I'll
see.
stop. I know better than this.
As you see the screen
yeah.
disappear off
Oh,
Jason's face.
Never mind. That got canceled too. The Path.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that was the
that's what
Hulu
made it up.
series.
Yeah.
About a cult.
Yeah, all his. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. That was okay. Yeah, everything he's been on has gotten canceled.
Cult series,
So-
man.
He just.
All right. Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
We're in the final 3.
Oh boy.
This one was a passion project for the lead actor, Jake Gyllenhaal. The movie is Prince of Persia.
I forgot about this one. Oh shit. I never saw it.
A game about time lapsing.
I'm going 22.
All right.
I'm gonna go higher. I'm gonna give it the Gyllenhaal bump at 51.
Scott, you bumped it too hard. It's a 37.
Shit.
So Jason gets that point.
Everybody
'Cause
go
he
watch
stayed level.
Nightcrawler. Go watch Nightcrawler. That's a great show. Hopefully.
Don't watch
Great
Prince of
movie.
Persia. Watch Nightcrawler.
Go watch
I
Nightcrawler.
haven't seen Nightcrawler yet. I need to watch it.
Very good film.
That's
on my
the where he's the video journalist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great movie. And then after that, go watch End of Watch. Also a great Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
I do love End of Watch. That was a good
Banger.
movie.
Great movie.
Good one.
All right. These last 2 are going to be in the horror genre.
Huh.
Or
We've got House of the Dead, based off
They
the
made a House of the
rail shooter with light guns, House of the Dead.
I think I saw this actually.
ooh,
I don't know many people who did.
14.
I didn't.
14, he says.
I'm gonna go a little higher. 23.
Too high, gentlemen. It got a 3.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, it did get a 3. How?
Apparently, it was a big old box of poop.
2003.
God.
I feel like
That
I've seen
sucks.
this
I don't think I've seen it.
From the screenshots I saw of it, it looked like they were just in front of the same green screen they used to shoot the first Mortal Kombat video game.
movie. Probably
It doesn't seem like it'd be a movie that they really like should made in the first
No.
place. Like that's one of those video games that you're like, I got a couple extra tokens left at the arcade. Let's just
It
shoot
was
up
so
some
fun
zombies
to
for a
watch
bit.
people play though. It's like it's so like just buck
Yeah.
wild,
It
nasty,
was.
I always
violent.
got bit by the bats more than anything else in that game.
the fucking
Fuck those
bats.
bats.
God damn it. Yeah, dude.
Fuck those bats.
yeah,
Bats
they were the
very
hardest
well.
thing.
Worst.
Whatever reason, they were the hardest thing for that light gun to hit.
Fuck. Gotta,
And all of a sudden,
flick it.
bite mark. You're like, oh, I'm over it.
Gotta do the thing where you like mask the trigger so it reloads faster. You don't have to like aim off the screen. Shouts out to light
All
gun
right.
games.
Scott, what's the score looking like? Real good?
Currently, I'm winning 5-3. So we're on the last one, right?
Yeah, Scott took
Yeah,
the
very
dub,
last
man.
one.
Let's make this last one worth 3 points.
All right.
We're gonna make it interesting.
All right. Yeah. This one is Silent Hill,
Ooh.
the movie.
Oh, the first one. I'm gonna say
Wait, they
like
made
a-
more?
Yeah, they made 2 or 3 of them. I'm gonna actually think that critics liked it. I'm gonna go like 66.
Ooh, he went real high.
Yeah, I got a feeling about this one. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go with
They didn't
2.
like it.
Well, Scott, I already told you House of the Dead was the lowest score.
Shit.
But way to play low, it was a 31.
Wow.
Oh, snap.
It wasn't great.
I'll take it.
The part where
take
the
it.
lady gets like ripped, her skin ripped off by the pyramid head was pretty buck wild nasty. Or maybe it's the sequel, actually.
Well, that's because you
pretty
like
gross.
that kind of terror stuff.
They made two.
I guess if you're into that.
It's pretty grotesque.
I don't know.
They made two.
I remember they made the one movie and everyone's like, oh, cool, we're going to go into this creepy village with the fog all over it. And Pyramid Head's going to show up.
For no out of
Why did they make
context.
two, man?
The
It
sequel
just looks real creepy.
really bad.
Well, the game was super creepy.
Yeah, it was.
Kit Harington was in the sequel.
Not for me.
Also, Carrie Ann
Really?
Moss? Well, damn. Clearly, I don't know what critics like.
Not video game movies.
No, not at all.
No.
Like the highest one is The Last of Us right now, and it's a series. So
Yeah, and without The Last of Us, it was Halo.
yeah, which is crazy to me. They must have
This
just
is-
been Halo fans.
They must have been Halo fans.
See
Yeah.
the Super Mario
Because from what
Brothers
I've
movie
heard,
got.
the series gives you a lot of fan service. Like it gives you Master Chief. He takes his helmet off. You get Cortana. You get the little goblin things running away, screaming. I don't know what they were called.
The original Super Mario Brother movie got a 4.3. Oh, shit, we're doing Rotten Tomatoes.
29%. With John Leguizamo, that is a travesty.
There's no Leguizamo.
Yeah,
Paul.
that
That's
score's
fucked
too low.
up. That's horseshit. It's Leguizamo.
That was yeah. Well, it also had oh shit, who played Mario?
It also
Isn't
had
that the same guy that was Smee, Bob Hoskins? Bob Haskins?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was Bob Hoskins. Also, it had Dennis Hopper playing King Koopa.
Also, it had power jump boots.
Dude, so good. Like, why did it get rated so low?
I need to go rewatch. it,
Again,
actually. I don't think
it's the video game adaptation curse. That's only been broken
Absolute-
by two things.
Banger.
fuck critics, man. It's just not
All-star cast.
Even for back then, that was considered an all-star cast.
Yeah,
Like it was built to not lose, and
I
it
know.
still lost.
It was a good movie, though. It was a good movie. John Leguizamo is the man. 100% the man. All right. Well, let's move into our last segment. Let's talk about the TWT playlist. Ooh. Well, so we decided to bring back the Talking Without Thinking playlist. We're going to try to come up with like 2 or 3 songs a week for each of us. Put a playlist out there. You can listen to it, check out like what we've been listening to too. And Tutu.
Put it together. That's Mortal Kombat Annihilation's Rotten Tomato score.
Yeah, for real. Which is just awful.
I had to look it
Awful,
up.
awful,
Mortal
awful.
Kombat 1 had a 45.
But why though?
Again, video game adaptations were not it.
It's absolute bullshit. That's all I'm going to say. Absolute bullshit. I don't believe any of it. Don't believe any of it. All right, so hopefully we've all come with some songs.
You gave us homework. We followed. Right,
Did
Jason?
Jason, did you follow?
Oh yeah, I gotta look
Yeah.
at my phone. I got him.
New podcast, Jason. He's ready for lists.
I'm ready.
I know. It's crazy. All right, Jason,
Go
well,
with.
hit me, man. Hit me with it. What you got?
First one out the gate, honestly, gotta give it up to Men I Trust. This fucking band Ashley turned me on to. You told me that she would like it for the bass, I guess. That's not really what's doing it for me. It's the fact that it's just like some 07 ES chill wave. Like, this shit rocks, dude. This is my shit. But I've just been listening to their album, Untourable Album, which is like a COVID lockdown album. I also put down this song called The Opener, which is Organon. It's a banger. It's a great album. Seriously good. Like, Ash, give me some more music recommendations, please. You clearly,
She'll
what's
be
going
listening,
on.
so I'm sure she will.
She's got bangers on bangers.
All right, Jared, give me your first one.
This is off their newest EP. It's Lucero with the song One Last FU, spelled FUU. period, you, period.
Wow, that sounds pretty vulgar. But like, what if there's like more FUs involved?
There might be. I don't know. You'd have to ask Ben from Lucero. He might have some more FUs for people.
I guess he might have some more FUs. I always like some good FUs. So I haven't been listening to like a lot of new stuff lately. I'm gonna have like one kind of overarching soundtrack that I've been listening to, and I brought it back from the dead because I feel like it is a very underrated soundtrack. I'll give just like one song off of it, but the soundtrack is from the movie Angus. I don't know if you guys remember that movie.
Yeah.
Absolute banger of a soundtrack. But I'll call out just like one band on there. Their name is Ash, and the song Kung Fu. It's kind of punk rocky. It's kind of like 90s rock feeling. And their whole album is really like, they have an album called 1977 that's absolutely fantastic. But the whole Angus soundtrack, like, you can find a playlist of it on Spotify, but we're gonna go with Kung Fu by Ash as my first song.
Do we even
Jason,
have the old
number 2.
Do we even have the old playlist still on Spotify? I can't remember. You can send
I don't
it
know.
to
I'll
it
have to look
anyway.
and see.
I think we might still have it. Number 2 goes to I'm doing, well, this last one will be an opener, but this one's the opening track to the album by Madison Cunningham, her new album called Revealer, which is good. She's a cool songwriter. Does real weird stuff with guitar. And the opening track of this album, All I've Ever Known, is a masterclass, man. It's a really cool song. It's some real cool shit.
What does she sound like? It's like you hear all these like one name or these named people. And it's
Sheryl Crow with like weird ass like detuned jazz master guitar stuff going on. She's cool.
ooh, Sheryl Crow. I don't know how I feel about that now.
It might be. I'm not really the guy to
a
ask when it
huge
comes to
Sheryl Crow fan.
comparison, though. I feel like that might be probably isn't the right one, but it's a fantastic.
Come on,
song.
That's fair.
Give him the vibe description then.
Yeah,
Oh,
give me the vibe description.
Well, she plays like a Fender Jazzmaster in drop C, but she does it in a way that's just like real, like it does like weird rhythmic guitar stuff. But it just comes off so
So Scott,
cool.
she's
But
not emo because she's in drop C, not drop D.
in
Drop
like when
C,
you think
okay.
not
quite
drop
emo.
C, like drop C Jazzmaster on flat ones, you think like metal or something. It's not that at all. It's just like it's very cool though. It's very cool songwriting.
Okay.
I dig it.
Madison Cunningham. Got it. All right, Jared, number 2.
All right, this is off the Black Thought and Danger Mouse album. It's featuring MF Doom. Make sure you spell that in all caps when you say his name.
MF Doom.
And it's the song Belize. Belize.
Belize.
Belize. Because, you
That was
know,
a really good
Black Thought
album.
and MF Doom, very lyrical. So you put them together, and it's magical.
That was
Belize, man.
That was top. That was great. I was expecting that.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that album a little bit.
The whole
That was really
album.
good.
The whole album's amazing.
I believe. I believe in that song.
Well, that's a place.
I believe
I believe I can fly.
technically a good song with a major asterisk behind it, unfortunately.
True. Very true.
Lit.
Yeah.
Art
So
over
my it's hard, man. It's hard. So my next track is by a band called Big Red Machine, which is made up of Aaron Dessner and Justin Vernon from Bon Iver. Aaron Dessner from The National. The song is called Mimi, which is also our cat's name.
That's
our
theme song.
Also,
Oh, that's good as shit. Do you play it for me? Damn, I gotta listen to this song. I never heard it.
I don't think she'd like it, but it's just a super cool track, and I found myself kind of going back and listening to it again. I was into it like last year when it came out,
When you
and
got
then
the
I like
cat.
kind of rediscovered it. Like, oh, we've had the cat, but I kind of rediscovered it in the past 2 weeks. So
the softest cat I've ever pet in my entire life.
She's a really
Do you
soft
also
cat.
Even when she
torment
hits
this
that.
cat till she attacks you?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
We just give her real good food, you know.
Just
So
keep them
that's what
chunky,
makes her
huh?
makes her real soft.
Yeah, it just
Real,
sounds
real
cat.
soft.
Just
All right,
Cat's
Jason.
Chunky.
Your last one.
It's not too old of a song, but I think when did this album come out?
Good research.
Whoop whoop. Put on a Smile by Silk Sonic is the song.
Oh, that's a good
Really,
one.
really good ass song. One that
Really?
legitimately one of like that's supposed to the song came out. Don't play it. No YouTube.
Don't play. No.
Oh no, stop. We'll just say it came out. I swear it came out in 2020. I can't remember when this album came out. It is Silk Sonic, their first album. It's good. Not everything's great on it, but there's some amazing
Only
songs.
album?
But put on
Their only
Only
album. Yeah.
hopefully
I
they
think
make
it was
another
2020
one.
when it came out. It feels like it came out so long ago because they released that single and then like an album didn't come out for like a year.
Yeah.
I watched them play a show and everybody was like dancing in masks. So it's definitely like after 2020 of February. But
sure.
Put on a Smile is one
This
of the
bitch.
That's a good song too.
That's a good
Great
song.
album.
I love the meme that has come out of it. It's like
But-
me. I'm going to drive. I'm going to be, no road rage today. Me, 2 minutes into my drive. This bitch.
I don't think Put on a Smile was ever a single from this album, but is bona fide one of the
It was not.
greatest
No.
modern sort of reinvention of a Motown sound songs I've ever heard
Oh,
in
yeah.
my entire life. It does it all. It goes up, it goes down. It's just like if you ever want to know if you want to know how a song should sound, it should sound like Put on a Smile. Legitimately, great song.
Respect.
song.
All right, Jared, your last one.
It's the new Bouncing Souls song, 10 Stories High.
It's amazing to me they're still putting music out.
Hey, they're coming back to Charlotte soon, too,
I think I've heard.
I
of
did
it.
see that.
which is shocking to me because no one comes to Charlotte anymore.
I know. I saw them live at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
I've got a signed poster from Warped Tour.
Oh, nice.
Bands that were popular back during the Warped Tour did get popular through Charlotte. Charlotte did have a punk rock music scene in that sense, which I think I was a
It
little
was
too
mostly
young
at the
for.
Milestone or Tremont.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I was a part of the Tremont crowd of the punk rock scene, so
That's where I saw Alkaline Trio a bunch, Bouncing Souls, Reggie and the Full Effect.
so much good.
God,
All the
who else?
drive-through bands came through there.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them
So-
played at like the smaller stage, the Casbah,
Yeah.
whatever they called it. So
First show I ever went to was there, and I got hearing damage from it because I didn't know how sounds worked at the time.
I
dude,
didn't know how sounds.
oh my god, the
Damn.
Casbah had way too many speakers.
Oh, just speakers on speakers and just the smallest stage.
For a small little space, you could fit maybe like 200 or 300 people in there. Like if they were packed.
Yeah, if you're at elbows to asses, yeah.
right.
I got 2 Tremont stories I gotta tell. I totally forgot about this until. So it was like
Involve somebody
2000
walking around with a Mickey's on their head. Because all of my stories from the Tremont.
No,
have that guy.
but one of them is one of the cringiest things I've ever seen in my life, though. So we'll start there. It's 2003. It's like a hardcore show I'm going to, and the band's on the
It's
stage.
not a
the lead si-
hardcore show.
It's at a hardcore show. No subgenres, just hardcore. And the lead singer's on stage with the band. He's like, all right. After the show, who wants to have sex with everybody in the band? Like, you have sex with me. You have sex with Joe, Gary. Who wants to do it? Crickets. Second story.
Oh my god, dude.
Second story is really funny, actually, and I'm glad that it turned out the way it did because it would have hurt otherwise. I'm standing in the audience. I'm looking at the bass player, plays like shitty, like 2003 Ibanez, like kind of the wood grain thing that this is a piece of
Ugh,
shit. So he's
hate
playing
those.
his bass, and he looks at me and gives me like a nod, and I'm like, okay, I give him a nod back. And for whatever reason, I just kind of happened to get out of the way, just instinctively. He was giving me a nod because he's telling me like, hey, I'm at a stage dive. So literally, I move like 3 feet over. I look over, I look back, and like he just like crashes onto this girl standing beside me. He's like, "Gadoosh!" Like she goes falling on the ground. He falls on top of her, and I'm just like, well, I'm glad I missed that. And that's my.
Oh my god.
That was not going to catch you, friend.
No,
Oh man.
it was cringe. Then I saw Circus Survive there one time. It was a really good show. Different
Moral
show.
story.
But
I have so many stories from Tremont. So, but
Did
we
it
don't have time
involve
to
a
get
man
into
with a
it
Mickey sent?
At least 3 of those stories.
He was always at Tremont for
He
every
really
punk
was.
rock show.
I feel like if they sold like season tickets to something, like he was like the one season ticket holder
He was
for
the
Tremont.
one guy, and he had stock in Mickey's.
He did. He loved that Mickey's, bro.
He was also
Mickey's.
the asshole that would throw the Mickey's bottle into
Ironically.
the audience, not the stage, but into the audience.
Yeah, he sucked ass.
If you saw him by the 3rd Mickey's, he was getting ready to chuck that malt liquor bottle at somebody
That's when you run away
or stay behind him.
or stay because that Mickey's Fody's coming. It's coming fast.
That was a thick bottle too.
It was. It was no joke.
Those were the days.
They really were. All right. So my last song for today is by Noel Gallagher and the High Flying Birds, which is Noel Gallagher's solo project after Oasis.
Are they back again?
Oh yeah, they have a new song called Easy Now, which is really, really good. The dude just doesn't miss, you know?
Is it
You know,
as good
it's-
as Wonderwall?
It's just, no.
You're a Noel guy.
Wonderwall is like in a league of its own, you know?
You're
It's
a Noel
just-
guy.
It's here.
That's what I learned
I
about you
love
on the podcast I listened to that you're
Yep.
on. I'm a Noel
I'm a
guy
Noel
too,
guy.
I guess. Like he just seems like his songs have way more. Who's the other guy? Liam.
Liam, yeah.
Liam's not the vibe guy. Noel's
His
the
brother?
vibe guy when it comes to
Yeah,
songwriting.
Noel's the vibe guy. Liam is the let's stir some shit up guy. Always.
Hell yeah.
And always has been.
Who wrote Wonderwall? Which one wrote Wonderwall?
Noel wrote every single one of their fucking songs up until the last 2 albums when he kind of gave up a little bit of the writing duties because the other dudes wanted to write, and that's why their last 2 albums suck so much ass because Noel didn't write most of them.
Yeah, Noel's the vibe guy.
Which one was the one that they're like, hey, this is TRL, don't go to the windows, you're too big of a band. And he did it anyways. Was that Liam?
Oh shit!
That was Liam, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he
100%.
like caused a traffic incident because he didn't give a shit, and people just flooded the streets of Times Square.
Definitely Liam.
Who's got better solo material? What's Liam's solo material like?
Liam's solo material kind of sucks ass too. But I can't say like his last album was pretty good, but he didn't write most of it. Like he was like a co-writer on a lot of it. Noel still writes all of his stuff. So Noel's solo career has definitely been better than Liam's.
Yeah, I like
By far.
There was some album of Noel's I was listening to a couple years back. I was like, this is a good ass song. Damn. So I'm not really an Oasis
Oh yeah,
guy
it's
either.
probably his latest. He's only put out like 2 or 3 albums. One was with a band called BDI, which was like him and then the bass player from Oasis, which it was just nah. Then he put out like his first solo album was like okay, but like the newest solo album was really good. But also he co-wrote all of it, so he had help. Noel doesn't really get help,
Just sends it.
but
Right
yeah,
on.
Just
I
sends
mean,
it.
there's
Right
talk
on,
of
right on,
Oasis
right
maybe
on.
getting back together now. So I hope that happens, and I hope
Just
they
to
tour the
play
United
Wonderwall
States
14 times in a row.
just to play Wonderwall. Actually, if they would just get together and just play the What's the Story Morning Glory album in full, I'm good with that.
I'll probably do that.
Yeah, for real. All right,
A
well
lot of
that's all
bands
we
like
got.
doing that.
I know. There's been a lot doing it lately.
Coheed's doing that this year.
Just like 20-year anniversaries playing one full album.
Newfound Glory's done it twice
We'll
now.
get into this another day, but I do not like shows like that. I don't give a fuck about hearing the albums again. But
You want to hear a mix of things.
I
but
do.
like
what
when it
makes
comes
money?
to Coheed, their album tells the full story.
It's true.
So you got to
Shit.
play the whole song.
I don't care about.
Jason
No.
doesn't like prog rock. Got it.
I don't really like prog rock. I like to make it
Though-
sometimes. I don't like to listen
Though he
to it.
plays in
generally.
a prog rock band.
I was about to
Plog.
say he's in a prog rock band. Hates
Plog
prog
rock.
rock.
Plog rock.
Jason just likes to play the smooth grooves on the bass. That's all he's there
Yeah.
for.
He
I
likes
ca-
slapping
can
the
get-
bass.
Roundabout's a great song. But
That and
man,
get
I
free
cannot
pizza.
Get it with the yes. Oh, I was a free pizza. I'm hungry. It's too late.
Me too. All right,
I'm
let's
lactose.
let's go ahead and call it. That's it. Appreciate you guys
Right, and
listening.
then lactose.
If you haven't yet, follow us on all the socials at TWTPcast, on YouTube at Talking Without Thinking if you're not already there. And hope you dig the new logo. Shout out to Michelle.
It's banging.
Jared's SO.
It's got
she
eyes.
drew it up for us. And
Like it's
It
evolving.
pops, man.
It's got eyes.
It's got
So-
eyes. It's evolving.
The next
got a
evolution
tongue.
has arms. Like it has arms
Yeah.
the next time there's a new one.
Eventually, it'll have a body and a face. But
It'll
Yeah,
stop
like
being
a
the
super-
logo. It'll be Jason.
Oh, like starts with a skull. That's terrifying. I can
yeah, it
envision
would
it
be pretty
though.
terrifying. I don't know if we want to go that far.
No, I
We'll
think
stick
we'll
with just
stop
the
where
mouth
we're
and some
at.
eyes. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
A little more animated chatter teeth. That's all.
Yeah, for real, for real. All right, we appreciate you guys listening, and we will catch you again next week.
For
See
102 this
102.
time, Scott.
This is 101, 102 next week. 101. Goodbye.